On this edition of Revealing Wholeness with Dr. Troy Munson, we're going to talk about why I'm so sore after working out or eating a high-protein diet.
Thank you for listening today on Revealing Wholeness, sponsored by Infinity Whole Health. Check out our website at infinityWholeHealth.com, where we are revealing the eternal in each individual, the infinite in the individual. The creativity is made manifest. Limitation is let go. Now, here's your host, Dr. Troy Munson.
Hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness. You know, I get a lot of clients in and they do things, and I'm always interested by the symptoms that they have. And I so love the 20 to 40 something guy that comes in and he's eating lots of protein. He's working out. He looks great. He's fit. And, you know, but they're sore. They're stiff. They're not feeling as good as they could. They tend to have to sleep more. And ultimately what's happening, and this is not a difficult fix, but oftentimes we're eating a bit too much protein. Our body, it takes a lot out of our body to process protein. Our digestive system needs to be, probably guided or helped or fostered a little bit. And how we do that is enzymes or hydrochloric acid or raw-apple-cider-vinegar. Those are all helpful. As we do those things, we start pouring protein into our blood because we're digesting it. Now that protein tends to get almost built up in the blood. It's almost sluggish. And as we start putting proteins together in cells using up this protein, these amino acids rather, then we start producing chemicals like guanidine, which is a very alkaline substance, and that causes our gut some problems. That's where some of the constipation can come in with a high protein diet. And I'm building up guanidine in the system, and now guanidine rests in my joints, and it makes me more sore, more stiff, causes constipation. It causes my body not to perform very well. And as we go through the process of improving digestion on somebody, I'll often see that constipation maybe isn't improved. And that's when I have to do things like chlorophyll. I have to do things like higher greens, more fiber. That's always helpful. But as I tell folks, I said, you know, for the average person, we want maybe half of our body weight in grams of protein. What does that mean? Half our body weight in grams of protein. So let's say we have a 150-pound man. Half his weight is 75 pounds. Well, we're going to convert that to grams. 75 grams of protein a day is probably about enough for him. And if you think about it, man, that's almost a tall order to get 75 grams of protein in a day. And like I say, for most of us, 50% of our body weight in grams of protein is enough. And I would actually hazard a guess that you would want to go with your ideal weight. So let's say that I am 60 pounds overweight. I'm not going to say, okay, I'm 210 pounds, but I am 5'6", and I want 105 grams of protein a day. You probably don't want nor need that. But, you know, we want to aim for that more ideal weight kind of scenario. So let's say that, yep, I have fixed my protein intake. I'm eating a lot more vegetables. My bowels are now doing better, but my joints are still not so happy. We still want to do a little bit more acidification of the gut, and that's when you bring on something like that raw-apple-cider-vinegar that we talked about earlier. So if you're working out a lot and you're eating a lot and you're really trying to build muscle, you might need 75% of your body weight in grams of protein a day, but you're going to want to do more enzymes and more digestive support. So please do that, and you're going to want to up your vegetables. You know, most people don't eat 7 servings of vegetables a day, but if you're going to put that much protein in your body, you want to push up into that 7, 8, 9 servings of vegetables a day. And you're like, my gosh, that's eating a lot. Yes, it is. And there is protein in vegetables, by the way. And so it's not an unfortunate. You're actually getting decent protein there too. So experiment for that a little bit. Who else would need a high protein diet? Anybody who is injured or had surgery or some catastrophic event, you know, they would need some extra protein for a while as their body's trying to repair, because protein is the building blocks. But it doesn't mean that you don't have to eat vegetables and enzymes too. You would be even more benefited by eating enzymes and working on digestion to try to help your body repair and heal something like a surgery or a tear on a muscle or a sprain, strain, or something like that. Exercise-wise, if you've, sports related and do some type of injury. So those are aspects of high protein diets that, you could do a little bit more. Now, let's talk a little bit in transition about some elderly people. You'll see elderly, and maybe you're out there listening to this, you're like, hey, I kind of resemble that remark. And you notice that the back of your arms are really flabby, or that your skin, it's getting wrinkly and kind of almost sagging. That would be not processing protein or digesting protein very well, and you're not utilizing it very much. So as you clean up your diet and begin to do higher enzyme foods that are fresher vegetables, fresher foods, you'll find that, hey, I'm actually starting to see some turnaround with that. So some clients that I come in that feel like, their body's not tight anymore, that it's getting a little flabby, they do things like protein-food. And so protein-food is the 8 amino acids that we don't manufacture, and they take one pill empty stomach first thing in the morning, and they do quite well. And their body starts to tone up and tighten up. But again, we still work on enzymes. We still work on digestion. You've probably heard me talk about Zypan on one of my podcasts. We'll do products like that really increase digestion immensely and trying to help get protein back in the body as well as detoxify. It's always those two things we're trying to do, it seems like, in the human body to be healthy and to be well and to look our best and feel our best, which is what we want. So I hope that kind of helps for some of you out there that are wondering why you might be having a little bit more joint soreness, a little bit more, I'm doing this high protein and I've lost weight, but now I'm feeling kind of weird and I can't go to the bathroom as well as I used to. My bowels are changing. These are likely causes that need to be addressed in your own body. So if you have other concerns, things along these lines, and I didn't cover it, please do message me or text me or whatever you need to do to get a hold of me. Happy to talk with you and work through some issues if you wish as well. But until next time, I'm Dr. Troy Munson on Revealing Wholeness.
Thanks for listening. If you have any questions or comments, you can reach Dr. Munson at 360-893-8586 or email him at chiroman@dr.com. That's chiroman@dr.com. Check out our current workshop schedule on Facebook at Infinity Whole Health.